Fall Guys SS4 and Creative Mode have turned 2 years old today, and I think what better way to celebrate than going back and playing some of Mediatonic's old Fall Guys creative maps. Let's go. We're starting off with Gigabyte Gauntlet, which is actually the first map to get vaulted from SS4. This lasted, I think, 2 days. And nobody ever knew why it was vaulted. It just kind of disappeared one day. It's honestly a really cool map. I remember this being one of the more difficult ones. Now, the sad thing about playing SS4 maps in customs, like old SS4 maps, is they got the original background somehow, when this should have the, like, digital one. Ow! There we go. Oh, those send you so high. I wonder if that's because of the new physics from last year. I wonder if they didn't used to send you that high. Okay. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, as soon as I say we're doing good. Alright, yeah, this map would look way better with the digital background, but I mean, we've got to deal with it having the classic one. How did I do the same thing again? Maybe this level did deserve to be vaulted, maybe, or, like, I don't know. Yeah, I barely remember this map because I probably played it like 5 times, like 10 max before it got vaulted. Right, we made it to the next checkpoint though, and I think this is the last bit now. Wait. Why was this vaulted? This is not that hard. That's... What? Oh, I need to get good at this game. Okay. Okay, get on the Fall Guys logo, because for some reason you can do this in creative. Let's go do the Miku emote and jump down. Let's get into another map. Next, we've got Cube Corruption. This, I remember this being one of the best levels in SS4 at launch. Again, it's really weird not having the digital background. It did used to have that, but it was like 10.4 or some update like later in 2023 that caused all the old levels to get the original background again. So unless they update this again, it's going to look like this now. It's never coming back to like core shows, so I guess there's no reason to update it, but it's still just a bit weird. Yeah, I just remember this map looking so nice with all the cubes around. Again, looked way better in the digital background, but this is the best we can get. Come on, Boom Blaster. Okay, that one worked, unlike the Gigabyte Gauntlet ones. Just look at this ending, though. All the cubes around. I think they did really good considering the limitations. We did not have that many decorations back then, and we only had 1,000 budget. So having all the cubes around, that was honestly the best way to decorate a digital level in my opinion. This one looked really solid. So now let's get into a worse level. Here is Runner Beans, and this might be one of my least favourite SS4 maps other than some of the finals. This one was in solos for way too long. This stayed for like 6 months, somewhere around there. And it's mostly just hold forward on some conveyors. Like I don't... It's so basic. Look, we're already at the end. Just make a few jumps. You could get grabbed here, but that was the only obstacle. If this was an open, you'd have 40 players on that map. Maybe this isn't the best way to celebrate SS4 because this one's bad. Now, here's one I did not personally like, but I think it had a cool idea, is lane changes. So the way this one works is there's 3 finish lines. As you can see, they get further away. So if you manage to stay on the top here, you can qualify really quickly and reach that, but as you can tell, this path is pretty hard. And if you fall down, there's no way back up, and you have to go to like further away finish lines down below. Hopefully, hold on, I'm gonna fall down just to show you guys. Unless the new physics let you get back up. No, they don't actually. Okay. So yeah, we can't get to that finish line anymore. We have to go to this lower one. And then if we suddenly get knocked down by that conveyor, oh no, then we have to slide our way all the way to this further away one. I hated this one because I always got knocked down and eliminated because I didn't get the first finish line. I always got this third one, but I still want to point out it was a unique idea. And also, before I qualify, I just want to say, if you stick around until the end of the video, I will show you my first level I made when SS4 first launched. Like, I made it in like 20 minutes on launch day for a video. I'm going to show it off at the end if you stick around. Okay, now let's get into one that was added 2 weeks after launch in Create Around Playlist 2, which is Choo Choo Challenge. As you can see, it's a giant train. So the first step of this map is to just get to the end here. Don't get stuck under the train. I remember that happened the first time I played this. I got stuck under the train for ages. Okay, the balls are just hitting me. That's fine. Yep. So you make it to the end of the conveyor, and then you reach checkpoint here. We didn't have checkpoint zones. We didn't have any of that fancy technology 2 years ago. The main reason I'm doing this video is just to show how far creatives come. Like, I like some of these levels still. I think going across a giant train is a really unique idea. But, like, it does just look so basic compared to what you can do nowadays. We had, like... Okay, I fell down. And we didn't actually have this button, but now you can reset checkpoint. We did not have that back then, but that's the fastest way for me to get back here. Otherwise, I'd have to jump off. Right, this time I won't hit that. That was because of a new jump height, I think. You can jump higher than you could in SS4 now, so that's weird. And I think you're meant to, like, yeet yourself up here into the finish line. That was clean. I want more levels with that kind of ending. Okay, here is Woozaleum, and this is the first level in this video that actually was a final. In Create Your Own Playlist 3, this was the only final. So, I mean, every game would end with it, and there would only be one winner. I'm playing by myself right now, which kind of sad, but, you know, it means we won't lose this final. So, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, you're meant to go with a side path here with the conveyors. I forgot all about this level. So these Create Your Own Playlist 2, 3, and 4, they were only in the game for a week each, so these levels were only in the game for 7 days, so they really didn't get a lot of love. This only had like 300k plays, when the others have like tens of millions. But yeah, that level is pretty good looking. Still nothing compared to what we have in modern day creative though. But now we are getting into the peak of creative. No level has ever surpassed this one, and of course, it's Blueberry Bombardment, everybody's favourite Fall Guys level. Nothing has ever overtaken this in quality. Just look at this. There's bumpers out. There's bumpers, there's turnstiles, and there's blueberries to get bombarded by. What more could you want? Oh, and there's an upward slime slide. Everyone's favourite thing. Look at this level. Just look. Just appreciate how much effort went into this. Just look at how far we came from the start line to a finish line. There was a solid, like, 4 obstacles. This is the peak of creative. Nothing has ever beaten this. And it's honestly a crime this one was only in the game for a week. Mediatonic, bring back Blueberry Bombardment for today's Fall Guys SS4 anniversary. Okay, back to being serious for a moment. I wanted to try my favourite final from SS4 launch, which is Firewall Finale. This one was in solos for a long time, and I remember this being very difficult, so it actually felt like a very fair final. Again, the decoration looked really cool in the digital background. Okay. It looked really cool in the digital background. It really does not fit with the original skybox, but again, not much we can do about that. Alright, come on, this Boom Blast is going to work for me this time. There we go. I remember some of these levels will definitely be easier because of the new physics. Like, these Boom Blasters would not have launched me this far before. Okay, avoid that one. I think we need this one, right? Yep, going ahead. So I remember this being, like, the hardest final in Fall Guys, maybe? Like, this is definitely harder than the other race finals, you know, Tiptoe Finale, Fall Mountain, Lost Temple, because there was a lot to get hit by. And again, it's a lot easier now. We can even make these jumps. These definitely weren't possible in SS4, those jump dives. There's so much room to fall off. There was so much room for grabbing. There's so much room to get hit by these boom blasters. A lot of these would be max jumps. You would struggle to stay on these, like... What are these, like, tubes called? Someone let me know in the comments. What are the beams called? Padded beam, that's what it is. Never mind, you don't need to let me know. Alright, you had to fight a conveyor at the end. I remember that being kind of annoying. And then you had to hope this boom blaster worked for you. Come on, can we get on top of the finish line again? Oh, I think it's too high up. I think it's too high up. No, we can't, but we still qualified it. I remember that being pretty good. It really doesn't hold up anymore, though. Next up, I want to try Hyperlink Hijinks. I remember this one being really good. This was in Create Your Own Playlist 4, so 5 weeks into SS4. And I want to talk a bit about what SS4 did, so forgive me if I play badly while I'm talking. I'm not really focusing on the game as much. But SS4 did a lot by adding creative, and you can tell how basic it is compared to today's creative, how much you can do. You know, we have 2,500 budget now instead of 1,000. We probably have at least double the obstacles and objects and stuff, probably even more than double. There's just so much more you can do, and towards the end of the video we are going to look at some newer creative maps just to sort of see that progress. Is this the end of the level? There's not... They had to make them so short to fit in the budget. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, now let's play Tornado Trial. This was one of the single round shows that was available when SS4 launched, because as well as having creative levels in solos, and as well as having the Create Your Own Playlist, there was also 4 creative levels just in the show selector every week. And I remember this being like one of the hardest. We had this on day 1 of SS4, and this was so hard to qualify. I'm genuinely wondering if I can do it in this video, even with the new physics making it easier. So you've got to time it right to avoid this whirligig fan, but then you also just fall into a void, right? Wait, why did my jump get eaten? Oh no. It's going to be so embarrassing if I can't do this level. Wait, okay, that's it, right? Wait, why did the fan blow me off? I don't think that was meant to happen. Wait, okay, so you want to hit the wall so you don't get fully blown off. But as soon as I... Yeah, as soon as I walk there, I get hit. Is this broken with, like, new physics and stuff? Do I need to somehow get to, like, the right side? My jump got eaten again. Oh no, this one might actually be impossible. Wait, oh no, I nearly made it. I think we need to spawn on the right side for any chance. I'm gonna back out and see if I can somehow spawn on the right. Okay, it took a few attempts, but we're on the right now. I wonder if this is possible now. Because that felt impossible to me. Come on, can I do it first try now? Oh, no, I didn't even make it to the fan, that was stupid. Come on, I was worried this would be too easy now, but nah, this is holding up its difficulty from 2 years ago. It's not just the start that was hard, the entire level was hard. Can I see the rest of the level, please? Come on, that's it. No. Wait. Oh, almost. Please. Oh, I didn't even make it far enough that time. A lot of the single round creative rounds that were in the show selector, they were only there for a week. And a lot of them were easy, but then you'd somehow... Oh, I'm messing up just because I'm talking. There'd sometimes be really hard ones like this one. I really want to show off the rest of this level. Come on, this is it. Oh, how? Wait, this is it. Okay, there we go. Finally the first checkpoint. That took way too long. I wonder if the rest of this is easier now, though. Because you don't get ragdolled nearly as much since the Fall Forever update, which is also like over 1 year ago. But SS4 was over 2 years ago now. So yeah, SS4 launched on the 10th of May. You obviously might not be watching this on like the anniversary day. That's just when I'm uploading it. But it's just crazy it's been 2 years already. Because I remember making so many videos on this and absolutely loving it. Okay, yeah, I also remember suffering to this bonkers 2 years ago today. I'm gonna be real, I think this map took me multiple attempts before I ever first qualified. Okay, that's fine. No checkpoint, by the way. I don't think they had the budget for checkpoints. No, the fans are way too strong. That's what's going wrong here. The fans are way too strong with the new physics. And then that ragdolls me because I'm being sent way too far. And then... This might be impossible, but I'm still gonna keep trying. Okay. I think this sends me way too far. No, not far enough that time. How does that work? I just want to talk about some of the other stuff that SS4 did, because it wasn't just creative. I mean, but also the creative stuff was crazy, because it added 20 maps to solos, which is something we never saw in a previous season. Oh, wait. No, don't. Okay. Wait, I think we've actually made it. Wait, the timer's there in the top right. The timer's there. Come on. Get on the finish line. Let's go. Finally. So now that we did Tornado Trial, I want to try Terabyte Trial, which is definitely the hardest Fall Guys map that Mediatonic ever made, like, officially. Like, this is basically a Kaizo map, if you guys know that term. I wonder if it's easier with the new physics, but clearly Tornado Trial wasn't, so... I don't know. But yeah, as well as adding creative and 20 maps to solos, as well as each creator round players having like 5 or 6 new maps every week, and the like single round shows having 4 every week. So we were getting like 10 new levels a week and 20 levels at launch. It was really crazy. We also had the Fame Pass system instead of seasonal updates, so they were clearly planning to move away from seasons when they added Fame Passes every 5 weeks they used to be. Oh, okay, nice, we made it to the new checkpoint. So yeah, Fame Passes were shorter than Season Passes, and they were more frequent. So instead of like every season, which could range from everywhere to a few months to like 7 months, Fame Passes would be 5 weeks, roughly. I think they said 4 to 7. Now they're 8 weeks, but that's okay. And they're cheaper, but they have less stuff, but they're more frequent, so I don't know. I think it was a good change overall, because it just means like more content overall. Even if they're technically smaller, you get them more frequently. There's more cosmetics overall. Right. And also Season 4 was, of course, the last season of Fall Guys. They announced in August 2023, I believe, that seasons were going to go away in favour of more frequent updates, which we've obviously seen over the past 1 or 2 years. Oh, almost. And yeah, pretty much every update since SS4 launch has added stuff to creative to slowly make it better. Like, everything we've played so far has been from SS4's launch. The next map we play will be from, like, one of the newer updates that actually added stuff to it. So yeah, I think the reason this is so nostalgic is because, like, we don't get seasons anymore. So this was the last season launch, like, we ever experienced, if you were playing 4 years back then. I know not everyone was playing, so... Some of you, like, this will be entirely new, and maybe you're, like, kind of experiencing it get through this video. Again, it's new physics, missing the digital background for some reason, so it is a bit scuffed, but this is kind of the closest we can get. Okay, we made it. Again, this is really hard, trust me, especially while you're commentating. So we're on the last checkpoint here. Oh. Yeah, I remember this part being really difficult. Look at that, like, triple hammer at the end. That's terrifying. Okay, yikes. Yeah, I'm definitely forgetting other stuff that this did. Oh no, we've only got 30 seconds. Oh no, we're actually not going to make it. I spent too long, like, looking up stuff that Season 4 did. I've definitely not mentioned everything, like, at all. There's definitely stuff I've missed, but overall, this added so many new levels. It added creative. This was, like, one of the biggest updates Follies ever had. And again, last season, like, I think it was good for them to move away from seasons. Okay, we've lost 5 seconds. Do I reattempt this? Surely, I should reattempt. No, I actually can't be bothered. I lost Terabyte Trial, that's crazy. Look at that, 0 qualified. I'm not reattempting that, we're gonna try an easier map now, okay? Okay, here we've got Pushups, which is actually the first Fall Guys co-op level by Mediatonic. This is from 10.3, I believe, the Summer Breeze update. I'm not gonna fact check that, I'm just assuming, and you can just fling yourself. I didn't really mean to do that. So yeah, this is a co-op level, but since I have no friends, we are playing it just alone and seeing if it's possible, because I believe it should be. Yeah, this update added, like, carryable blocks, pushable blocks, sorry. It added, like, these spawners with the regular blocks. Now, you really have to be in a team to play this level, but because of the new physics, I'm wondering if you can just kind of cheese it. Can we make it? No, you can't make that. Okay, we're gonna have to get the block up there somehow. Can we just, why is my bean shaking? My bean doesn't like this. Help! Okay, chuck it up there. Grab onto here. Okay. See, I'm definitely cheesing this so I can play it by myself, and it's a more casual thing to just talk. I just want to say, like, I know this isn't necessarily a Fall Guys anniversary, I know this is just creative in SS4, but I want to say, like, SS4 was a big time for my channel, like, even before SS4, but, like, SS4 was really fun for me. I really loved this season, and again, it's nostalgic that, like, it was the last season we got. I do want to take a moment to say, like, thank you if you've watched, like, even recently, because I know a lot of you came to my channel just recently, like, in April, especially from my Superstar Follies Ranked video. Like, no matter how long you've been watching, I do just want to say, like, thank you to everyone, because this is absolutely my favourite game of all time. Like, that's very easy for me to say. So it's just crazy that, like, a big update like this, and creative was so significant. Creative absolutely, like, saved the game after the content drought that was SS3, adding, like, nothing. The fact that everyone can just make pretty much anything, and again, it keeps getting better every update. Like, this level was really good at the time. Like, I loved this level at the time, and I think it was awesome we were getting co-op levels. But now you can make stuff that's so much better. Again, there was a maximum of 1,000 budget, so, like, even ignoring all the new mechanics and obstacles and stuff, you can already make something 2.5 times, like, bigger than this. Pretty much. Like, hold on, can we just cheese it by just... Right, how do we do this alone? I'm gonna have to figure it out. So yeah, as well as the light blocks, there's also these heavy ones that nobody really uses anymore. Which is kind of sad, because I thought the co-op stuff was really interesting, but it kind of hasn't gone anywhere since this update. Okay, flung myself. That works. I wonder if we can just get this on here and just fling ourselves up like this. Wait, maybe? Hold on, can we make this? Yep. I mean, can we climb up there? Wait, no. Why not? Why? Okay, we can just barely. Okay. That was very scuffed playing alone, but I just wanted to show off one of the newer maps. Let's look at some more of the newer maps even. Why does it have 188 players? This is my epic round, the first level I ever made in creative. If you guys have been watching for a couple years, you'll recognise this. I put DoorDash at the start for some reason. This was a terrible idea. Did I make only one open? There's no way I did that. There's... Okay, I really did that. And you couldn't overlap back then, so I couldn't, like... This is why it's kind of just floating. I think you can just jump around... Yeah. So yeah, this is what I thought made a good creative level back then. This is, like, with the tools creative gave me, with, like, 20 minutes when I was rushing to make a few videos on the creative launch, this is what I came up with. Just a bunch of cannons, a slime slide, some flippers, some bumpers. Is Blueberry Bombardment better than this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one is better, Blueberry Bombardment or My Epic Round. Why does this have nearly 200 plays? I'm putting the code on screen. If you guys want to give it more plays, go ahead. I don't know why so many people have played this already. Why do I have it liked? When did I play this since they added likes? I don't know. Alright, let's get on to an actual good round, one of the beanball ones. Okay, here's Frosty Frolics from the end of 2023. This was the Power Party update, and as you can tell, it added beanballs. Like, absolutely incredible update. We did skip the Full Force update and the Tool Up update because there weren't that many interesting levels. I mean, Full Force had more co-op levels, which is probably not very good to do in a video like this, and Tool Up didn't add any new levels, but it did double the budget. So this is what you're seeing they can do. With double budget, a bunch of new obstacles added, the power-ups added. Like, this level just immediately looks so much better than the previous ones we played. All it took is them doubling the budget, adding a few more new obstacles, and boom, you've got an incredible winter-themed level with a beanball. Yikes. Okay. That was kind of clean, hold on. Let me get to the end, Nice, that was clean. I want to play another beanball level. I think that's one of the best things we've ever added to Fall Guys. Okay, here's Downtown Rush, another great example of how far, like, creative came since those last few maps we played. We've got the future background. Again, so much more decoration. We've got speed archers. Let me get double speed. Triple speed, why not? And then let's beanball down here. Can we jump through oh, sort of. Take the conveyors. Just bounce everywhere. I think we should unball for this part. Okay, that was kind of scuffed. Yeah, it's just crazy how far creative came. Like, I honestly really liked SS4, and I thought they made some great levels. Obviously, there are some bad ones. Like I mentioned, Runner Beans was, like, prime example of bad level. There's also some I didn't mention, like Gentle Gauntlet I didn't like. There were a lot that felt lazy, or, like, they only used, like, 400 budget for some reason. So I don't really know what happened there. But all I know is that creative truly came so far, and I'm just I'm nostalgic for these old levels, but at the same time, I'm so glad it's so much better now. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Here's some old videos from SS4 if you want more nostalgia.